Hello and howdy ho everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV full story playthrough. My name is Foxy Games, and in the last episode, we calmed the turmoil in Suzaku's heart by beating the ever-loving hell out of her. Soraban got turned into a Japanese movie reference, and, well, now we're here to see exactly what's going to go down in the next part of this quest. So let's talk to Bunchin. Passing through, or here for another reason. Regardless, I have tidings from our friends beneath Hell's Lid. Another missive delivered by one of the auspices, a raccoon dog, I believe. It was rather agitated, too. I fear matters may be coming to a head. Koryu's wards are on the verge of failure. Return to Raisin Temple at once, brave warrior. Worry not for the urchin, I have sent a messenger to her as well. Straight to the point, was it? Do not let me keep you then. Considering we now have to fly all the way there, again, I do wish they had an aetherite over there. Oh dear, well, that music definitely foretells something going wrong. Good, good. Then let us proceed. You weren't exaggerating, were you? About Koryu's wards. Oh yeah, look at that. Would that I were. Soraban and my comrades are doing their utmost to maintain them for now, but I fear Koryu will not be denied. Well, at the very least, Soraban is no longer a tortoise. Even now, I do not understand. I was certain we had more time to prepare. Bah! Worrying over my mistake will avail us nothing. Only the strength of the four lords united will see us through this crisis. Only together can we hope to renew the wards and keep Koryu in his prison. It falls to you, Foxy, to quell the Aramitama of our comrade Seiryu. Will you do this for us, brave warrior? Naturally. I doubted not that you would agree, but I am nevertheless relieved. The last of our quartet is perhaps the most formidable among us, for in battle he commands a great host of Shiki. You will see this yourself soon enough, but for now we must wait patiently. Nay, Genbu, you need wait no longer. You are come sooner than expected, comrade. I trust our messenger informed you of the dire circumstances. Then you know what needs to be done. This warrior, Foxy, will face you in battle, as she did Suzaku and Byako before you. Very well, but not here, for this is a temple, not a battlefield. To the east of Hingashi is an island I have claimed as my own. There we may wreak havoc to our heart's content. 'Tis far from this place, but a warrior such as you would not balk at a lengthy swim, I trust. Perhaps not, but it would needlessly tire her before the trial. I will use my command of the flowing waters to speed her way. If it means I am spared the burden of looking after her, then I am all for it. We shall gather at the Isle of Beko first, and from there begin our journey. Urchin, while I am away, I leave you in charge. Yes, sir, Tiny Turtle, sir. I'll keep a close eye on the others while they work their magics or whatever it is they're doing. Just don't stand in the bad like you were last episode. Okay. Back to the Ruby Sea. I guess it kind of makes sense we can't do it right out here. We don't want the mountain erupting. We don't want to blow up that little settlement. So, you know, going to an uninhabited island is... Wait, this is his island? Tamamizu is right here. Whatever. You know, I don't really care. This seems a secluded enough place for us to speak. Excellent. Foxy, was it? I see why Genbu favors you. You are not unlike him. That much is plain. Tenzin, too, was possessed of a quiet confidence, a well-deserved one at that. When he met his foes in battle, blade in hand, he was magnificent. As well you should know, having been bested by him in single combat, which was why you chose to join us, was it not? Aye, I vowed to surpass him, and from that day forward trained tirelessly to hone my skills that I might claim victory in a rematch, only to be forever denied the chance when Kuryu struck him down. By the time I had become a full-fledged auspice worthy of the Four Lords, there was no one left to fight. My vow was broken, my purpose lost. Seiryu. Yeah, let's just stand here reminiscing while, disaster looms. But the whispers within told me of another. They promised me redemption, vengeance, by destroying the fiend that robbed us all of Tenzin long ago. Whispers? Brother, no, you mustn't! The strength to lay Kuryu low can be yours if you but give voice to me, if you but let me lead the way. And so I have, brother. I have embraced the Aramitama. Folly. All know not to trust its honeyed words and false promises, and yet you would surrender to it body and soul, perchance forevermore. Turn back, brother, I beg of you, before it is too late and you fall to the primal rage and become a broken shell like Kuryu. Think you I know not what is at stake? If I must become a demon to slay another, then I do so gladly. My vow demands it. That's a bad idea, Snek. Only by embracing the Aramitama will we ever rid ourselves of Kuryu. This I know. You will not sway me from this path, warrior. I will quell your Aramitama one way or another. I see you too are committed to your course. Hardly surprising, given that you fought Byakko and Suzaku. Then we shall forego further debate, and let the battle determine who is right and who is dead. I'm sorry, I can't take him seriously with the way he slithers. This is indeed a troubling development. In embracing the Aramitama, the Shiki he commands may pose a far greater threat. Nevertheless, our purpose is unchanged. You must show him the error of his ways, Foxy, and save him from his primal rage. Let's go tie this snake in a knot. Respectfully, like. Whenever you're ready, I will deliver you and your fellow adventurers to Seiryu's lair. You did remember to gather your fellow adventurers, did you not? Oh, yeah, of course. I'll call them right now.
Make me submit, or die by our excellence!
This really makes me wonder why they couldn't just voice act this whole thing. Also, he looks pretty. Alright, let's do it.
If I must forsake myself to keep my oath, then so be it.
Alright, looks like this other guy's got main tank, so I'll let him have it.
Beg not for mercy.
Oh. When you see yin yang, you go out. When you see dragon, you go in. Oh, you bitch. Right.
Tremble before
Alright, here comes some ads. Anyone who's not tethered, stack up with the healer. Lovely. Oh dear. Oh yeah, those things explode when they die. I can't believe they actually smack people with their earlobes. It's so nasty looking.
impudent mortals.
Oh, I just wasted a cooldown. Whoops. Oh well. I forgot that he knocks you back.
Grant me the strength to smite mine enemies.
Oh yes. We need to get onto the island before that white water comes. Also, this music reminds me of something from like Ninja Gaiden or Shinobi. You remember the Shinobi games on Sega, right? They were fucking awesome.
Flesh of my flesh! Show them their folly! None can match my might!
Oh yes, you remember this guy, right? From the Swallow's Compass, I believe it was. This music is fucking awesome. And there goes the big guy. Oh, out, 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 out. Oh, I was right on the edge.
You know how to run!
Nope, 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 nope. Can we get a Limit Break 2? Because we're probably not going to have a Limit Break 3. In. Oh god, don't point that here.
No! I do not lose! I cannot!
Finish him. Yeah. Bad snake. No raging for you. Oh, everybody left. I must have a ton of tombstones. Oh, I only have around 660. Huh, I could have sworn I had more. You are every bit Tenzin's successor, warrior, for you are but the second child of man to have bested me in battle. Once I would have never thought it possible, when I was no more than a mere serpent blessed with the good fortune to be born on an island where the people held us in the highest. To them, I was as kami, and I was foolish enough to share in their belief. But when I had lived some few centuries and first began to manifest true powers, my worshippers came to view me in a different light. When they were visited by calamity, they mistook me as the cause, and so in place of traditional offerings, they brought me the flesh of their flesh. Though I had no hand in it, their fortunes improved. To them, the answer was clear. Only greater sacrifice would satisfy the guardian serpent. Little did they know I had spared the maiden and spirited her away to another land, in secret, as I would the others that would follow. Nevertheless, the belief lingered, and soon the guardian serpent came to be regarded as a malevolent demon, and my worshippers became my decriers. Why didn't you just tell them to stop? They tempted sellswords with Koban to come and slay me, the poor fools. So began my days as a hunted kami. I dispatched them every time, though I took little joy in it. And then one day a man unlike all the others appeared before me, a samurai in the company of beasts. Tenzin and I fought. He won. The fallen kami had at last been bested by a fortune-seeking hunter. I could not help but chuckle as I closed my eyes and awaited the inevitable blow. Join me. Let us begin anew. Saying this, he extended his hand to me. All that I was, all that I had ever been was no more. I had nothing, yet not only did he see fit to spare me, but offer me a new home. But even a fallen kami has his pride, and I could not readily accept such kindness, even if I yearned for it. Seeing this, Tenzin laughed. Then earn it by growing stronger, and in turn using that strength to help others as you have been helped. Become more than you are, and more than me. Thus did I vow to devote myself to becoming an auspice worthy of man's worship and admiration. To become a magnificent dragon that would safeguard his chosen. Strange. My recollection now is not as it was before. Details once indistinct are now vivid and clear. Perhaps the Aramitama clouded my judgment. Thank you, Foxy. Had you not helped me to remember my vow, I might have lost the chance to honor Tenzin's memory forever. We had better go. Wait, where is Genbu? Has he returned to the temple without us? This bodes ill. That was a touching story and all, but we have a calamity to prevent. Oh, is this now an optional quest? Wow, so it is an optional final quest. Huh. Well, we're not going to leave them hanging. If Genbu left without us, then it can only mean that Koryu's return is imminent. Come, we must rejoin the others at Reizen Temple. Let's put an end to the story of the Four Lords. Wow, that almost sounds like I'm gonna kill them. That's not what I'm doing. I'm here to stop Koryu. Oh, things are not looking good down here. No, they are not. Anything to add, Senri? You'll be putting a stop to this Koryu business, You damn well better. If he breaks free, it's not just the temple that's done for, but the Ruby Sea and everyone in it. How long has it been since we four came together as one? Too long indeed. That's true. The others are already inside, I take it. You are as ever a welcome sight, Foxy. And you, Seiryu. Forgive me, Genbu. I have been a great fool. As have we all many times before, and doubtless will be again. Nevertheless, forgive me. The wards are at their limit. You've got to come right away. Then it is well that Seiryu has returned to the fold, for we four lords may bring our united powers to bear against our foe. Your part in this is finished, my friends. Now you must go. Should we fail in this final endeavor, then the temple, nay, the whole of the Ruby Sea may be consumed by Koryu's wrathful fires. Don't be stupid. We came to see this through to the end, and we'll do just that. That's the Scion way, right, Foxy? Indeed. If that is your will, so be it. Join us then and stand as witness to our deeds this day, which will determine the fate of all that we hold dear. Hold nothing in reserve. Summon all your strength. Only then can we hope to triumph over our mad brother. It worked! I can feel it! The wards are mended, strengthened. Oh no. No, no, no! Even now, after everything we've endured, everything that has made us stronger, how can we fail? All shall burn! Oh dear. Genbu! Genbu! It would be impossible for us three to bind him alone, but we can hold him at bay for a time. Flee this place! We cannot. We will not. Fool. A hero you may be, but Koryu is an opponent none can defeat. You! I killed you once before, samurai. I will kill you again. Ah, he must sense Heidelin's blessing. Tensen! A fellow warrior of light. Brother, sister! Now is our chance to restore the wards. How? Even in his weakened state, without Genbu we do not stand a chance. There's always Soraban. Soraban, come away from there before you get hurt. If I do not act, then our lives are forfeit anyway. Ours and everyone else in the Ruby Sea. What is he doing? This is the ritual he performed incorrectly before, when he summoned a great tortoise kami into his body. I see it now. He offers himself to Genbu. I can feel his presence returning, but if Soraban does this, then his own soul will be... I would rather you not say it aloud, otherwise I might have second thoughts. Believe me, I know the consequences, and I accept them. Farewell, my friends. And please, look after Tamamizu. Soraban! Worry not, Soraban. He will not let it be for nothing. Burn! Burn! All shall burn! Perhaps one day, many thousands of years from now, but not this day. Be gone! Farewell, fellow chosen of Hydaelyn. That's 2 former warriors of light who saved our hide in this expansion alone. Soraban, though. What a fool I was to think I could have bested that demon with the Arami Tama. Is it over? We're not going to die? So it would seem. Soraban saved us all, but at a terrible cost. Oh, my beloved Tenzin. Koryu shall not threaten us for many millennia yet. Let us rejoice in this hard-won victory, nearly lost were it not for your courage and strength, Foxy. But Soraban... Tragic though his sacrifice was, it was not in vain. Let us not mourn his death, but honor his memory. Death? Memory? What in the world are you going on about? Soraban yet lives. Let me guess, in our hearts or some such? Honestly, if you're going to try and comfort us, you could at least do better than offer trite cliches. I am simply making a statement of fact, but I see words alone will not serve to communicate my point. Huh? But I should be... Huh? I do not understand. The ritual of the Kojin performed, when one summons the soul of an immensely powerful entity into one's own body, it is understood, nay, expected, that the summoner's soul is extinguished in the process. That is true. When the summoned entity's soul is of surpassing strength relative to one's own. Soraban's, however, has grown remarkably robust, owing to his intense training, and his prolonged exposure to the magics of the Tamate Bako of geomancy. His soul now eclipses mine in spiritual potency, which is why it holds fast to this vessel, and so, when the enchantment fades ere long, mine will depart and fade as before. And just when we were getting used to having you around again. Koryu's aim was true, as you saw, and in my final moments I was filled with regrets, but no longer. With my remaining time, I will attend to my affairs, and train dear Soraban to succeed me as the next Genbu. Wait, me? The next Genbu? The 4 lords are ever needed. You have both the strength of will and character to succeed our elder brother. Would you all not agree? I think he more than proved himself when he stood his ground against Koryu. Still, it should be a unanimous decision. Byakko? As you say, he faced certain death without hesitation and embraced sacrifice for the sake of others. I should be glad to welcome him into our fellowship. If that is how you all feel, then I am certainly in no position to refuse. I will do my best to live up to your expectations. Give an ilm and they'll take a mum, I swear. Do not think I have forgotten our little bargain, little urchin. Great feats demands consummate rewards, and we are auspices of our word. It's about time. Did you hear that, Foxy? It's treasure time. While we see to the preparations, perhaps you could spare a moment for my dearest comrades. With our troubles at an end, we may be parting ways soon, and so this might be the last opportunity you have to speak with them for quite some time. Of course, we'll speak to everyone before we go. Let's start with Kuragitsune. I understand. Our lives lead us where they may, and yours leads you elsewhere. So it was with Tamamogosen. I shall remember you fondly. You're an adorable little fox. I love you. Being a fox myself. Inugami. Before you came, I bore man a terrible grudge. Less so now, for I am comforted to know that there are good and honorable ones such as you. Live well— what the fuck is that noise? Live well and teach others to do the same, that I might never need resume my hunt. Oh, I think he's doing some kind of trick for these rats? I don't know. Byakko, big kitty. With Koryu in prison once more, my comrades and I are free to watch over these lands as before, as is our duty. And when the wards falter once more, we shall again gather our strength and beat back our mad brother's assault, together with noble Soraban, a worthy successor to the fallen Genbu. For now, however, we may enjoy a welcome respite. A peace we owe as much to you as anyone else, I should think. I see many battles ahead of you, for like Tenzen, you are not one to rest on your laurels. This much is plain. I wish you good fortune in the wars to come. Ah, but I ramble. Do not deny it. When one has lived as long as I, it is all too easy to lose track of time. Go, go. Should you ever crave the company of we curious beasts, you will find us here. This fucking bird over here keeps saying the same thing. I hate man-fools. Oh my good god. It kept saying, a man-fool in our domain, or some stupid shit like that. Let's talk to Soraban and Tataru. You have waited this long for your treasure, have you not? Then surely it will not pain you to wait a moment longer. Treasure time, tro-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Oh my god, she's adorable. Koma Inu. We may go to greater lengths to conceal the temple's existence from outsiders in the future. However, you will always be welcome to come and go as you like. Yes, because we're responsible. Guess this means you'll be on your way, huh? That's a shame. Though I suppose there's always a chance we'll meet again, eh? And maybe the two of us can have ourselves another match for old time's sake. You can even bring your friends like before. I don't mind. How about you, Kamaitachi? Weasel. I won't tell you you'll be missed, 'cause you won't. At least that's what I'll say to anyone who asks. Gotta keep up appearances, you see. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more. Ah, he likes us. He, she, who even knows? At first I thought he was a figment of my imagination, but he was real enough. How or why I know not, but a possibility springs to mind. When Tenzen was mortally wounded by Koryu, he used the last of his strength to seal him within the sacred crystal. The original wards were born of his flesh, his very essence. An act of desperation, I once believed. But now I wonder, was it in preparation for this very day? But even if it had been part of an elaborate plan to preserve his soul as a final defense, his strength alone would not have sufficed. Nay, he needed another warrior possessed of tremendous potential, like himself, one blessed with a singular power to whom he could bequeath his own. He knew another would come, you see, another hero the likes of which the world so rarely sees. Thousands and thousands of years ago he foresaw your coming. Ha! Clever bastard, putting me to shame with his strength and wisdom both. And still he denies me my rematch. But at least I still have you, Foxy. Live long, for I am not finished with you yet. We will fight again, and I will win, without turning to the Aramitama, you may be assured. I'm looking forward to it. We're never gonna fight him again. Thanks for saving the world, or at least our little corner of it. Yeah, sure. To the point, then. Senri. You're alright, friend. I'll be sure to say as much to the next hero what comes knocking a few millennia from now when we need to do this whole song and dance all over again. We don't need to ask any of this shit. Furi, do you have anything to say other than leading us outside? Nope. Now we'll speak with Suzaku. Were it not for Soraban, we will guide him in his journey and help him to reach his true potential, as Tenzin once guided us. I had long since given up on ever seeing him again, and then he was there, shining paragon of strength and virtue, a memory made manifest. But if he had been more than that, I would have told him. This body I once cursed I have come to cherish. This I owe to him and his love. I think he already knows. Oh, well, that would be wonderful if true. For all his virtues, he could be remarkably oblivious at times. But though he taught me to love and accept myself, it was you who helped me to remember, who helped me to smile again. For that, Foxy, you will always hold a special place in my heart. Please come and visit us in the future. And now, finally, Soraban. Or Genbu. Come and claim your reward, honorable friends. A huge pile of treasure, right? Jesus. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. More than enough to make up for 1,000 of Alphino's reckless purchases. A fitting reward for the saviors of the Ruby Sea. To be honest, I was half expecting another terrible joke, but you really followed through. Getting this home is going to be no easy task. If transportation is a concern, we would be happy to deliver it to a destination of your choosing. Really? Just like that? In that case, the Ruby Bazaar in Kugane, if that's no trouble, it is. None whatsoever. Every member of the collective should be glad to lend a hand. Oh jeez, what is Hancock gonna say when a bunch of animals start dragging piles of gold into his office? And with that, I take my leave. So, Soraban? Will you really stay here and not return to Tamamizu? Well, I did agree to become the next Genbu. For the duration of his training, I would have him remain here. It will be a long, hard road, believe you me, and I intend to spend my remaining years guiding him. All 500 or so. And there you have it. I hope I can impose upon you to deliver Bunchin the news. Wait, 500 years? As in you will be here for another 5 centuries? I thought you said the enchantment would fade ere long. These things are relative. And what's with that tone of yours anyway? You should be honored to be the beneficiary of my sage tutelage, foolish turtle. You're a turtle too. An old, tiny, crabby ghost turtle. Get out of my head. Oh, jeez. There's something a little frightening about watching them fight with themselves. This is like Piccolo from DBZ Abridged. Maybe we should leave them alone for a while. Good idea. Thank you for everything, Foxy. Tataru. Safe travels. He finally remembered her name. I never did see this quest to completion. I actually was rushed to just do the raids by a friend when I did this on my main. So that was actually a really nice ending, a very funny ending too. I sensed you have reasons other than the usual for this particular visit. Might it have something to do with Soraban? I beg your pardon. Soraban is to become the next Genbu. I will not feign understanding. However, this extraordinary state of affairs came about is utterly beyond my ken. As unbelievable as I yet find it, though, I have no doubt that you speak true. Soraban's had an incredible string of bad luck, succumbing to the Aramitama, becoming a giant tortoise, and now this. On the other hand, he could have refused and instead agreed to take on this responsibility. So we may as well support him, don't you think? Indeed. Though it pains me to imagine Tamamizu without our Soraban, it fills me with pride to know that a Kojin of the Blue has been granted this great honor. We shall pray for him, that he may rise to the occasion and serve as a benevolent guardian to all who call the Ruby Sea home. Thank you for helping him to find his true calling, my friends. I'd hesitate to call it that. Oh no, the pleasure was all ours, and the profit. I am not sure I take your meaning, but I appreciate the sentiment. But if I might ask a final favor, would you be so kind as to look in on him from time to time, just to see that he is getting on all right? Of course. It's not every day you make friends with a secret collective of talking animals, after all. Even if Soraban hadn't decided to remain at Raisin Temple, I wouldn't have wanted to stay away. You can be sure I'll head there from time to time. You're welcome to join me when I do, of course. Yeah, I'll be sure to do exactly none of that. Fucking talking animals. Adorable, but fucking talking animals. Well, that's it for the Four Lords storyline. We really haven't been going on for that long, so we're going to go and teleport to the Gold Saucer, and we're actually going to talk for a little bit. Now, I'm going to just run around and do some Gold Saucer stuff. While I'm doing that, if I can, do two things at once without my brain frying on me, I am going to talk about housing. Now, I have said in the past that I have no intent of buying an actual house in-game because it just would not be... It would not lend well to my particular playstyle in this playthrough. It has no bearing on story and the like. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought maybe it would be nice not to have an actual house, mind you, but to do an apartment. I had no idea apartments were a thing until very recently. And unlike regular houses, apartments don't go away if you let them sit for too long without going back to them. So that got to thinking then, maybe, just maybe, I will do an apartment. You only have to pay once to own it forever, as far as I'm aware. So that being said, maybe that's something that we'll do. And I started thinking about this because of, one, all the bits of furniture that I've been getting in these quests that I keep saying I would never use, and two, really, it would make sense, lore-wise, for an adventurer in Eorzea to finally get, a house of her own. I mean, why wouldn't Foxy want a house? Not even just a house, but just a place to hang her hat, as it were. So, that being said, I think within the next few days or weeks or whatever, we might look into some housing. And by we, I mean I. I don't know why I do that. Sometimes I speak in the royal we, I suppose. So that'll be something to think on. I believe it will add just a little bit more character to this playthrough, a place for me to customize and work on, just something else to fill time, as if this whole thing doesn't take up enough time, really. But I think it would be fun. And it is a major part of the game. and the apartment would be a happy medium to the struggle that is endgame house finding. Because let me tell you, finding a house in this game, it's another thing entirely. Forget about savage raids, the real endgame is housing. So, as Alpha walks all over this couch and Foxy takes a much-deserved rest, I leave you in this episode. In the next one, we will continue with the main story quest. So, until then, my name is Foxy Games, and I shall see you next time. Bye.
Bye.